My name is Jim Scherr. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of World Lacrosse. I've been here almost 7 years, and I joined the organization because I thought lacrosse was a very interesting game, one that had tremendous potential to grow and develop around the world. And I thought lacrosse had a great opportunity to one day become an Olympic sport again. I was a wrestler. I competed in many sports, including American football, basketball, baseball, and American rodeo. Wrestling, though, was my number one sport. Never played lacrosse. I've practiced a bit and can catch a ball and throw a ball, but I've never played in an organized game. Although one day soon I may have to give it a try. I think there are some unique factors and differences between lacrosse and other sports that I'm familiar with or have played. Lacrosse is a very fast game, one that requires great athletic skill, but also teamwork, as it's a very intricate team sport. But I think the origins of lacrosse also set it apart in terms of its origins as a sport played by indigenous people in North America. And I think the values of the game continue today, which are the fact that it's a healing game, and the players have great respect for each other and learn a lot and develop personally through the game. And I think that is one thing that sets lacrosse apart as a unique game. Well, it was an incredible sense of accomplishment, but also incredible sense of pride that lacrosse was selected as an Olympic sport. But I think the overwhelming feeling was one of gratitude and thankfulness to the International Olympic Committee, but also a feeling that now lacrosse players around the world could have an Olympic dream, which is an incredible opportunity for the sport and all the young people that aspire to play in the Olympics. I think that kind of was just a couple of the immediate feelings when lacrosse was selected as an Olympic sport to be participated in LA 28. Well, I think both being in the Olympic Games as well as pursuing growing lacrosse and making it more attractive and popular, and being able to build the brand of lacrosse and explain the game to others who have never played it or have never seen it, they will work together. So being in the Olympics will expose lacrosse to an incredible new audience and people around the world who've never even heard of the sport. But the sport itself needs to continue to sell the values of the game, but just being able to create outlets for people to watch and consume the game, whether it's on digital media, whether it's on various social media platforms, whether it's on linear television, all that together will continue to sell the game. But you don't need to do a lot of work to sell lacrosse because as the fastest game on 2 feet, it's incredibly visually appealing. And once people get an opportunity to see it, consume it, the game will grow in popularity. For lacrosse to continue to gain and grow in popularity, I think there are a couple of key factors. One, obviously, inclusion in the Olympic Games will help do that at a level we've never seen. But beyond that, all of us in the sport, whether it's World Lacrosse, whether it's our national governing bodies or our continental federations, individual teams or the players themselves, need to continue to promote the game and the values of the games and build athletes as heroes. If we can get athletes out in front of the public and their stories, they'll build the sport. And then again, it's also creating that content for the public to consume, whether it's short snippets about the game, whether it's full game play, just being able to get it to a digital audience and more on more platforms will continue to help popularize the game. And that's what we should all be continuing to work towards. Well, World Lacrosse is headquartered in the United States, as am I. I was an athlete as an alternate in the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, and was in Los Angeles for the Olympic Games of 1984. So to see lacrosse return so many years later, and to be able to witness an Olympics in Los Angeles with lacrosse as a part of it, has a unique significance to me. And I'm really looking forward to that first day when we blow the whistle and start the first lacrosse game in the Olympics again, which will be the first time lacrosse is played as a full Olympic sport since 1908, but it will be my return to Los Angeles since 1984. So it carries unique significance for myself and the sport. World Lacrosse views World Cross as an incredible showcase for the game, ability to develop international players, but also to build popularity and interest in the game in Japan. And we couldn't be more enthusiastic and support that concept because it's just an incredible event for the game and for the game in Japan, in particular to attract young people to the sport. And also the partnership with Premier Lacrosse League, both the men's team and then the Unleashed team that the women have in World Cross, I think is just really great, because those are the best players in the world. And to have the Japan lacrosse public see the best players in the world against the best Japanese players is really a unique opportunity and an incredible showcase for Japan lacrosse. World Lacrosse values diversity, looking at the roots and origins of the game. It's incredibly important for us that on the world stage, lacrosse as a sport is diverse as possible. And that's both a diversity in terms of national origin, race, creed, color, religion, but also gender and any other forms of diversity. And so as a sport, we have specific goals to try and increase our diversity and expand the game around the world, and making sure that lacrosse is accessible wherever you are in the world. We want you to have the opportunity to play lacrosse without barriers. And we want to remove any impediments to anybody in the world, regardless of where you come from, what you believe, who you are, what you look like. We want you to be able to play lacrosse at the same level that everybody else plays it. And so that's a value we have as a sport. I think that's a value from the origins of the sport. And we want to continue to grow that diversity internationally. And one of the things that's incredibly important to us in the next 4-year time period and going forward is to provide more opportunities for international events in Asia and in particular Japan. So it's one of the things that we are counting on our partnership with the Japan Lacrosse Association to do just that, and looking forward to it.